Hello everyone, Morgie Roy here today, and today I just wanted to talk about something that I know a lot of people who are starting to do D&D sometimes are a little bit concerned about, and I was concerned about it too until I kind of relaxed and thought about it a bit and got a little bit more comfortable in doing it. And that is, as a GM and as a player, doing character voices. As a GM, you're usually dealing with a lot of different NPCs. Some GMs are okay with all of their NPCs sounding the exact same, but some GMs, like myself, do like to have a little bit of character variety. And for me, I'm not a professional voice actor. I'm not even a casual voice actor. I've done a little bit of voice work here and there, but I do enjoy doing voices for my group. And when I play a character, I do enjoy doing a voice for them. There are a couple of ways you can give different NPCs or your own characters a little bit of personality without turning into Matt Mercer or Laura Bailey. So, some tips that I usually give to people who are trying to put on a character voice but don't really know what they're doing is change the pitch of your voice. So for me, this is my normal voice right now. Got a little bit of a scratchy throat right now, so it sounds a little bit weird. But for me, I can do a higher voice. Hello. I can do a higher voice like this. Maybe for a kid or for a fairy. Just a high voice like this. Again, not a voice actor, don't make fun of me. Or I can do a voice like this, where I'm much deeper and more masculine sounding. You can use that for a person in authority or for a big creature of some kind. So, if you've seen my Fields of Mystery playthrough, you've heard all these voices because I don't have that many. Now, another thing that you can do is maybe have a little bit of an affectation. So, for the character I'm currently playing, Violet, she speaks very hesitantly, and she kind of thinks about her words very seriously before she says them. And if she gets flustered, she starts talking faster. So, she kind of talks like this. She's like, oh, I don't really know about that. But, you know, if you think that's what we should do, then that's what we should do. So, that's how she talks. And you can have someone who's very confident. So they say what they're thinking off the top of their head and they say it with their full chest. Well, I think we should do this. I don't agree with anything that you're saying. I think we should do this. I think we should go there. I think we should attack that thing. I think we should ignore those orders. Another thing you can do to make a voice your own is give them an accent. But if you're anything like me, you can't do very many accents. I can do a little bit of Southern, but I don't think it's accurate at all. I do fancy person accent, which wouldn't say it's British, it's just fancy. And you can do a mix of any of those. So my fancy accent is like this, and they talk very fancily, like I have lots of money. I can buy many things. Maybe a noble who's a little bit too stuck up. Or a princess who really is very nice, but still has a fancy accent. You combine that with the pitch things. As you said, I've got low fancy accent person, and then I've got high fancy accent person. Play with it. Play around with it. And then I got Southern. I got low Southern. I got low Southern. How you doing? How y'all doing? I guess that don't make fun of me. And then I got high Southern. I got a high Southern here. And then I can go even higher. Oh, y'all. My high Southern's a little tricky. I always find I have to go a little lower when I'm doing a Southern accent. Be careful with your accents, though. You don't want to do anything that's offensive to people. Please avoid offensive accents. That's never cool. And I personally never want to see that in any of my games. Another thing you can do is slow down your words, speed up your words. This kind of goes with the affectation thing. You know, someone who talks really fast. Maybe like the Micro Machines guy trying to sell you Micro Machines. Look at this micro machine is doing this thing. Or someone who talks really slow. Maybe a tree person. Or a giant. Someone who talks very slow. And then you can play with the pitch as well. There can be a high-voiced, slow-speaking person. Another thing you can do is you can play with your face when you're doing it. If you want to do a voice that kind of makes it stand out. I have a gnome character in my one game, and I always pinch my nose. So he talks like this. And I can just do my normal voice, but a little more nasally, and I kind of squeeze my nose when I do it. You can pull out one side of your cheek. If you want kind of a different voice, you got one side of your cheek pulled out. You can smile when you talk with the persons. Like they're mad, but they're trying to hide it. If it makes it easier for you to try to do an impression of someone that you know, that always works too. That gives you something to work with. But you don't have to be a voice actor to give your characters a little bit of personality. Whether it's your playable character or an NPC you're doing as a GM. You can always throw something in there to make it stand out from the crowd. Eventually, though, don't be too hard on yourself because you will run out of voices you can do. Especially as a GM. There will reach a point where you have to reuse a voice because you just don't have any left. Even Matt Mercer himself, I've listened to all of Critical Role, and I've heard him do the same voice sometimes, and for him it's like voice number 100 because he has so many of them, but he does end up reusing voices too, and that's okay. And you don't have to do this as well if you're a GM. It just sometimes it makes you feel like your players might remember these characters a little bit more, because sometimes when it's just a sea of names and they all have the same voice, it makes it a little tricky for them to remember everything. Even if they're taking notes, it's hard for them to distinguish later who these people are. So yeah, try out some voices next time you play D&D. See if you like it. If you're doing a one-shot with a character you're never going to see, try doing a fun voice with them. Because if you don't like it, it's just a one-shot. You never have to use that voice again. If your group ever genuinely laughs at you, though, that's not a good group. Because we're all RPing in D&D. We're all being vulnerable. We're all trying to have a good time. And no one should be made to feel self-conscious because their voice is a little bit silly. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time. I hope you're having a great day. If you're not having a great day, I hope your bad day is over with soon. Bye-bye.